Good morning, students. Myself, Kishore Kumar Sinha, your computer teacher. This is my second video after class test 2. In this video, I will discuss 4 topics: news groups and blogs, video conferencing, social networking through social media sites, and data and resource sharing. These all 4 topics are the part of internet. Now, first one, what is news group? A discussion group on a topic of mutual interest on the internet is called news group. If suppose I want to discuss any topic with my colleagues, with my group, then I will go for news group. Please keep it in mind. Some students, they must be confused over here. Oh, news group means, yes, pertaining to news. No, my dear. Any topic, yes, through which you want to share, either to share or to get the informations or to deliver any topic to other person, then you will go for news group. Just as email and web are two distinct services on the internet, news groups are part of usernet. Now, what is usernet? That means the person who is joined with the internet. Those all persons will be known as usernet, which is another service or facilities on the internet. News group have nothing to do with the daily news. I just now said it is not related with the news. It can be related to other topics. News group start by someone posting on an initial query or comment. Blog is a website Yes. A blog is a website on which an individual or group of users records opinion, information, etc. on a regular basis. A blog is an online diary or journal located on the website. You have to understand, my dear. Earlier we were writing diary. Understood? If we have to write the story, yes, we write this one on a page and share it with our friends. But here in blog, you can have your stories, you can have your poems, and that can be shared to multiple persons. Understood? But this is a platform where you can have a lot of tariffs. Many users can see your blogs, and as per that you can earn monies by giving the advertisements. So you have more tariff, you can earn a lot. The contents of a blog typically includes text, pictures, videos, animated GIF. It depends on you. You want to have stories? Yes, simply text, but you can have stories with animation also. Clear? You can have pictures. So you don't think that blog can only have the text. It can have many things. The blog owner can set their blogs for private or public access. Blogs are used for advertisement, for earning monies. Now listen, my dear. Blog, when I am saying blog, your blog can be categorized in 2 ways. One, the public, another one, private. But some blogs are anonymous blogs. That means they will not have their name. They will hide their name and, yes, post the blogs. But these blogs are popular also. Even they have not disclosed the information, then also these blogs are popular nowadays. So it depends on you whether you want to yes, disclose yourself or you want to hide yourself. Now, some of the blogs, yes, examples are blogging, WordPress, Tumblr. So here you can have your online blogs. But listen, my dear, again, don't be confused. Website is different, my dear, and blog is also. But nowadays, those who are having the domain name, those who are having the website, they add blog also. Because with the websites, tariff will not be more. If you want more tariff, then your website should have blog also. Now the next part, that is video conferencing. You all know, when I say video conferencing you are knowing. That means connected to more than one person. Now, if I added a word video, it means what? You can have conferencing via video. Now, video conferencing is the method of visual communication in which face-to-face live communication takes place without requiring any transportation. But for doing this or for availing this, you must have internet connection. Without the internet connection, you cannot have the video conference. I'm not talking, my dear, about the Reliance Jio or Airtel who are giving you the video conferencing facility. I'm talking about, yes, Zoom. I'm talking about Khan Academy, like that one. So these are the websites which are giving you the video conferencing facility. Even Skype also, the best one. If an organization wants to communicate with different stations where their, yes, business has been explored, yes, that main station can communicate with those all substations via video conferencing. Now, video conferencing erases the limitation of distances and helps in real-time communication with the help of internet. That means there is no barrier of distance. Even a person who is 5,000, 8,000 kilometers away from, yes, me, then also I can be able to connect those persons. So distance doesn't matter here. It is widely used by the companies to interact with their employees and clients with the country. Already I have discussed. It dramatically reduces the travel cost of a company as it allows to hold meetings, seminars and training without requiring the distant peoples and client to travel the main location. That means there is no physical contact. Even I am also, yes, using the Zoom. Yes, as I am going to connect you with the help of Zoom, I will be physically there? No, my dear. Being here, I can address to many persons. So it means I have to not visit to your place to deliver my speech. Being at one point, being at one place, I can deliver this topic and many of the clients, many of the participants can listen me. This is called digital. As there are positive and negative sides of every technology, yes, some examples already you can see: Google Meet, Zoom, Microsoft Teams and Skype. These are the best example of video conferencing. Now, you have advantages. First one, cost cutting. Yes, why I say cost cutting? That means because you have to not travel over there. You have to not go there. Being at one place, you can, yes, address to many persons. You can communicate to many persons. So that's why it is written here, cost cutting. Now, no barrier of time. That means you can be able to connect to any person, yes, at any time. It is giving 24 into 7 days facilities. That means even at the night, you want to have a connection with your clients, you can do it. But in this one, both parties must be online. Otherwise, video conferencing cannot be successful. Now, the next part is disadvantages. Now, what is the main disadvantages of video conferencing? Technical issue. If your internet speed is slow, or your internet is okay, but the participant's internet speed is very slow, you cannot have video conferencing. For this, you must have a high speed internet connection. Your camera quality should be very nice. Understood? So, if you have these all tools, then you can go for video conferencing. But the second point that I am going to discuss here, that is related with the disadvantages of video conferencing, that is financial strain. If you are having your small organization, at that time installing a video conferencing system will be costly, will not be cheap, because you have to establish the hardware devices also, high megapixels cameras, high speed internet connections. But if it is on a large scale, yes, first time, yes, it will be expensive, but next time, yes, you will be getting these all services without paying any extra cost for a longer time. Now, the next part, that is social networking. I hope social networking is, yes, clear to everyone, because you are already knowing about the Facebook, WhatsApp. So why we use? Only I will discuss the advantages. First one, what is the main advantage? It is now easy to keep in contact with old friends and colleagues and find the ones we have lost touch with. Suppose I have my friend, yes, who recently, yes, joined my organization, understood, but due to some circumstances he left, but I want to communicate with him, then I can go for private social media website, that is Facebook. I will write only his name and it will show me a lot of friends related with those names. I can choose. But if he is not, yes, made his account in Facebook, then it's cloud computing. Cloud computing is a kind of interest-based computing services that provides access to data and shared processing resources on demand. Cloud computing uses the internet and central remote servers to maintain data and application. Now, you see, as I am doing some work on my PC and my PC gets damaged, what I can do, my dear? I'm having my data in my PC. I'm having my application in my PC. How I can, yes, get those all data? Yes, even I am going to have a new PC. Yes, at that time I have to install the software. But the data, I will not get it. So to solve such a problem, we go for cloud computing. Understood? If suppose my PC gets damaged and even I have already taken the service of cloud computing, yes, I have to not worry. I will take my friend's laptop because my data is stored where? In cloud. That means in the central server where I can access my those all data anytime. 24 into 7 days of facilities, my dear. Never the server will be off. Like, I'm giving the best example. You must know about the Dropbox. You must know about the Google Drive. What are these? They just have the data, but I'm talking about cloud computing. I'm not talking about the cloud storage, cloud computing, which will give you, yes, the applications which will give you all your data when it is lost. Even my PC is damaged, I have to not worry. I will just ask my friend PC and directly I will be in touch with those services. Many companies, they are giving such services. Yes, you can go there, but for that you have to pay. You have to buy spaces. Understood? For that you have to pay extra charge, but you will be free. You see, just now I am using my laptop. Maybe anyone can steal my laptop. Then in that case, what I can do? Nothing I can do. So, but if I have taken the service, I have to not worry. Each and every service I will get it through cloud computing. I can use my smartphone. With that also I can work. Even I am having my desktop, I can do with that. Even my laptop is not available. I can get such all services. What is Digital India? Digital India is a campaign launched on 1st July 2015 by the Government of India. It is an umbrella program. What is umbrella program? That means many services that will be given to the users on a single platform. You know, Government of India has launched many schemes. You must be knowing about Make in India, Startup India, BharatNet, Bharatmala, Sagarmala, digital lockers, many, and even many apps are also there through which you can get such type of services, cashless services. Like, you must be knowing about some apps that gives you cashless facility, like Paytm, the best example.